So we're going to label the hypotenuse, we'll call that H, the opposite side, and again, it's always the side that's opposite to whichever angle they've referenced, and then the adjacent side, which is the side that touches the angle they've referenced. So in this example, A, which angle did they reference? A, B, or C? A. See that symbol? This is telling us in reference to angle A, we have to figure out which side length is opposite angle A, which one's adjacent, and the hypotenuse never changes, right? The hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So let's start by labeling the hypotenuse for all of them. So which side length is the hypotenuse? Side length AB, everyone agree? That's the hypotenuse? Okay. In reference to this angle, is side length AC opposite or is side length CB opposite? CB, good. Start with the hypotenuse, start with the opposite. Those two are really easy. And then obviously then this has to be the adjacent, okay? Because it's touching, it forms part of the angle that they've indicated. Does that make sense now? Okay, next one. We'll start with the hypotenuse. Who can tell me which side length? Raise your hand, don't call out. Which side length is the hypotenuse? Is it PQ, QR, or PR? Josh. Excellent. This is the hypotenuse. Is QR the side length? Is it adjacent to the angle or is it opposite the angle? Look at where the angle is indicated. We're looking at angle R. Is it, let her answer it, is it adjacent, so is it touching the angle? Or is it opposite the angle? Adjacent. Does that make sense? Everyone got that? So then side length PQ, look at the diagram. It is opposite. I'll put OPP, opposite. Are we getting it now? So start with the hypotenuse. Which side length is the hypotenuse? Good. I'm going to call this HYP, hypotenuse. In reference to this angle, which side is opposite? Sorry? Good. Its opposite is LM, and which one's adjacent? Obviously then LN. FD is the hypotenuse, everyone agrees. It's across from the right angle. Now in reference to angle D, what can you tell me? This is adjacent because it's helping to form one of the arms of the angle. If it's touching the angle, it has to be adjacent. Adjacent means it's next to the angle. Then, of course, this would be what? Opposite. Okay, so extra practice. Again, you're going to label the hypotenuse, the side opposite, and the side adjacent. You need to make sure that you're looking at which angle is referenced. So relative to the marked angle. So I'm going to start with the hypotenuse. I know the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. In reference to angle M, which side is opposite? Who hasn't had a turn yet? Shaquila, can you tell us B? Can you do B for us? Say the name. PR, QR, PQ. Which one are you talking about?
PR.
The Jenny, next one. So just use the letters. ST, TU, SU. Anika, can you do D? D. So, Neroy? BC is what? AC is what? Hypotenuse, good. AB is opposite, yes, and then BC is adjacent. Last one. GH is opposite, correct, it's opposite this angle. HJ is adjacent, and then we know this has to be the hypotenuse.